n'omwami oyo.
Since I was fighting with that man there,
kati saasobola kumanya nti gundi yajja mu kaseera ki gundi yajja mu kaseera ki nakyo nsobola okujjukira nti baavaayo ne bakuba enduulu.
So at the time when they made the alarm, was there anything to save with those four?
I'm not getting the question.
Okay, by the time they came to make the alarm, isn't it true the children were already cut, the four?
mu kiseera obakubira enduulu kyali kituufu nti olwedde abaana alwedde bali bamala dde okuba nga babasaba babatema.
We're in the process.
Process of doing what?
That man was in the process of cutting the children.
Omwami oyo yali mu kikolwa ekyo eky'okusala abaana abo alwedde.
So you want to say that the three were present while he was cutting?
Kyogamba ekitegeeza abasatu baaliwo omwami oyo yali ng'asala abaana abo oba nga abatema.
They were calling for hope.
Baali bayita buyambi.
But they were present.
Naye baaliwo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you remember when you said that you called the alarm? By the time you made the alarm was on the fourth child making, he was cutting.
Ojjeke wagamba nti wakubira enduulu nti already yali ku mwana ow'okuna ng'ali mu mutemaatema.
Si kituufu.
That is not what she said.
My chocolate. You remember on 1st April,
Ojjukira ng'ennaku z'omwezi lumu n'omwezi ogwokuna.
you said that person came at the gate.
Wagamba nti omwami oyo yajja ku gate.
And you talked to him
N'oyogera naye
while the gate was closed.
nga gate eyo yali nzigale.
Yes.
Is that the way you talk to the visitors?
Yeyo engeri gy'oyogeramu n'abagenyi.
He was a stranger.
Was a
Yali omuntu
stranger.
yali tamanyi.
All the visitors who, all the...
Mr. Fumuga, remember we are recording, so give us the time to record, then you ask the next question. Okay, I have recorded that she spoke to him at the gate.
Yayogera naye kubanga yali tamanyi.
Is that the way you usually speak to the strangers?
Yeyo engeri gy'oyogeramu n'abantu bwe batyo.
That's why after interviewing him and knowing his purpose, the next day I had to open for him.
Okay.
Nti ensonga lwaki olunaku olulala yamuggulira.
The first time of interaction, did you notice anything unusual in him?
Omulundi ogwawe wasooka okuba ng'owuziganyako naye wasooka okubaako ng'otegeera ekintu ekikyali kya bulijjo mu lunaku olwo.
Nedda.
No.
Okay. The second time, when you were talking to him,
Okay, Mr. Fumuga, we are going to regulate your speed.
Because it's not writing. So
You please regulate your speed so that you allow us time to record. You are asking her whether she noticed anything unusual, and she said no. So you can take it up from there.
the second time when you were interacting with him,
Ate ku mulundi ogwokubiri wali ng'oyogerezeganya naye.
will I be right that you never bothered to ask for his identifications?
Yandibadde mutuufu okuba nti tewasobola kubeera ng'omusabaako ebyo byali bimukwatako. Tewatwala buvunaanyizibwa obwo kumusaba ekyo.
Twabimusaba naye yagamba the next time ng'alese omwana agenda kuleeta all the documentation ezimukwatako n'ezikwata ku mwana.
Yes, Mr. Kumga, let's proceed. But you interpret what she said in English.
500K, 650K.
2 shops, 2 prices. On Gigi, all prices in one place.
Why stress offline? Buy, sell, use. Gigi.
Melody, I beg your pardon.
He asked a question as to whether she asked him for his identification documents the second day. And then she said she asked him, but he said he would bring the documents when he's bringing the child the next time. That is the interpretation I wanted because there is recording. Because she said it in Uganda, you bring it in English for purposes of recording of the court record.
The gentleman said that you bring all the documents.
When he's bringing the child.
That you bring all the documents when he's bringing the child.
Let's proceed.
On the second day when he's coming back to the school.
That's not it. On the second day, when he came, they asked him for the documents, his identification documents, and then he said he would bring them when he's bringing the child to school.
So that gentleman, when he came back, he said he'll bring the documents on the second day. When he's bringing the child.
Okay, let's proceed, Mr. Kumbu.
In your testimony you gave here in this court, would I be correct to say you mentioned only one security guard?
Nti yabadde mutuufu okubanga agambye nti wayogerako ewa security guard omu yekka.
He was among the first respondents.
Yali omuntu omu ku abo abaasooka okujja.
Okay. And that security guard was not at the entrance.
Kitegeeza oyo security guard oyo teyaliiwo ku mulyango.
They keep on patrolling this whole place because we use a joint security.
Tebabeerawo nga batambula.
Answer my question.
Phoebe, you'll answer his question as he puts it to you.
Ojja kuddamu ekibuuzo kye nga bw'abeera akikubuuzizza.
And the question is, was he at the gates?
No.
Okay, thank you. At the time when these children were out, will I be right you were in class or you were in your office?
Mu kiseera ekyo abaana bwe baali nga bali bweru yandibadde mutuufu okugamba nti wali bweru oba wali mu ofiisi yo.
Nali wabweru nga ndi nabo.
I was outside with them.
Do you remember?
Ojjukira?
When that person paying the money,
omuntu oyo yali mu ofiisi ng'asasula ssente.
Isn't it true that you are also in office?
Kituufu nti naawe weera wali mu ofiisi?
It is true, nali mu office.
Okay.
Kituufu nali mu ofiisi.
And at that time the children were out.
Era mu kiseera abaana bali bweru.
Yes.
Yeah.
When this person was getting out of the office,
omuntu oyo yali ng'afuluma office.
who first got out first? Is it you or that person?
Ani yasooka okufuluma, igwe oba omuntu oyo?
He went out first.
Ye yasooka okufuluma.
How far is your office towards where the children were playing from?
Office yo n'abaana be bali bazannyira wali wenkanawa.
It is close.
Walinaaniganya.
Can you estimate?
Osobola okutulagamu
We are in court here.
wano mu kooti.
Maybe from here up to the first terrace there. The first terrace around.
We can estimate, prosecution and defense and the assessors, estimate and let me know.
Kingo kuva omukyala waali paka wali eri ku madaala.
Terraces will stand here.
Where the terraces start from.
20 meters.
That looks like 30 meters.
Is that the agreement of everyone? It looks like yeah, it seems to be shorter than 30. Let's, assessors please, just come and help me to assess this. Where she's standing to, and we should all be in a consensus of the distance. What is your estimation?
About 15 to 20 meters.
How many?
15 to 20 meters.
Bagambe obuwanvu bulinga bwa mita 15 ku 2.
Is that the consensus? Yes? Okay.
Nti era ekyo kye bakkiriziganyizzaako enjoyi zombi.
Do you know the number of children who were playing at that time, that place?
Omanyi omuwendo gw'abaana abaali bazannya mu kiseera ekyo?
Anju abamu nga bazannya kati simanyi bameka bali mu lujja.
I don't know the amount because some had gone for a short call and others.
Were they beyond 4?
There were more than 4.
Baali basukka abaana.
When you interacted with this man in the office,
Wali ng'oyogera n'omwami omu office
the headmistress,
ne headmistress.
did you ask him
He was the
where?
coordinator, not the headmistress.
Okay, the coordinator. Did you ask him where he resides?
Wamubuuzaako owa gye yali abeera?
Yatugamba abeera Buziga.
He said that he was staying in Buziga.
Buziga is big. Did he exactly tell you the place?
Nedda.
did you find it necessary?
bwe wakisanga nga kyali kya mugaso.
Since he had told us that he was going to come back with the documents that day he was bringing the child plus the mother, we thought we would discuss that on that day.
Bo bakiraba nti baali basobola okuba nga bakinnyonnyola olunaku olwo kuba yali yabagamba ajja kuba nga akoma olunaku olwala ng'aleeta omwana.
So the question is, did you find it necessary
Yes,
to ask him?
yes.
Nti yakisanga kyali kya mugaso okubeera nga amubuuza.
So if you found it necessary, why didn't you ask him?
Wakisanga nga
Actually,
kyali
she has answered that question, that you expected to get better details when the mother brought the child the next time.
Much obliged.
Miss Sarah, is there anything you want to communicate to the court from your client?
None, my
When you said that this man was breathing heavily, what did you mean?
Bwe wagamba nti omusajja ono yali asanye, ki kye wali otegeeza?
You asked me how he was responding. That's the only thing, he was breathing heavy.
Wambuuza engeri gye yali addamu ne nkugamba nti yali asanye.
Please clarify.
No, breathing heavily, she may not be able to describe that. You want her to describe? I think we can all understand how to breathe heavily.
Ffenna tuba tusobola okutegeera engeri omuntu gy'abeera assaamu.
Okay, one last question. The gate of that school and the main road, how far is it?
Ekibuuzo ekirala ekisembayo ku geeti y'essomero eyo n'ekkubo lyennyini waliwo distance yenkanawa?
I'm not good at measuring distance, but it is not so. It is a bit close.
Well, can I say they were like 50 meters? They are like 50 meters.
Sinsi mulungi ye kubanga ategeera distance eyo.
I can't measure in meters. I don't know how many meters are there.
Can you try to
Tamanyi nti
estimate
waliwo
here?
meters mmeka?
From our gate to the main road.
From where you're standing,
Ojja tuwulira ng'osinzidde okuva agwo
I
w'oyimiridde
think
kati.
it can be like from here up to that place which goes to the Maranatha High School.
Ngambe kiringa okuva wano paka ku kifo ekyo ekigenda ku ssomero eryo.
Just behind that building.
Emabega w'ekizimbe ekyo.
let's get to know the estimate of the distance. Have you understood where Maranatha is? Don't you find out so that you're able to tell us?
My lord, we estimate it to be around 70 meters.
Abakooti bo bagambye bateebereza okubeerawo obuwanvu bwa mita nga 7.
Phoebe, you talked of the 16 children and the 28. Are they in the same premise?
Wayogedde ku bano n'abiri bonna bali mu kifo kyekimu.
We are in the same premise.
N'abiri mu mukaaga. N'abiri mu munaana.
We are in the same premise, but we have different classes.
Bonna bali mu kifo kyekimu lwakuba balina ebibiina bya njawulo.
So, those who were a bit old that time, how many people were attending to them?
Kwaba abali abakulukulumuko bali bantu bameka bali mu kubalabirira.
Our age groups are almost the same. So simanyi bw'ogamba abakulukulumu baluwa bw'otegeeza.
I don't know when you say those who are a bit old, the ones that you mean.
Maybe let her clarify for us the two categories of the children. She said the vulnerable and help us understand that differentiation.
Bw'engamba vulnerable waliwo church egenda mu communities nerondayo abaana abava mu families ezitalina buyambi abali malnourished nebaleeta netubateekawo netuba nga tubalabirira.
Among those who are vulnerable, the church gets them from the community. Those from humble backgrounds, then they bring them and then we take care of them.
Netubalabirira
and we take care of them.
Era bo tebalina tebasasula ssente za mwezi.
And those ones they don't pay a fee per month.
Then ne wabawo category endala.
Then there are those others, another category.
Abazadde bo basasula kubanga bayagala abaana baabwe tubeere nga tubasigaza naye nga tebali mu project eri.
Whereby parents pay for those children and we take care of them because for them they are not in the other project.
Kyekikula ky'ono omwami category gye yali agiddemu okuwandiisa omwana we.
So that is the same category that this gentleman also came to register his child.
So at that time,
let's wait, Mr. Kumbuga. Help us repeat how many were in the vulnerable group and how many were in the other group.
Ddamu tubuulira abo abali mu group eyo ya vulnerable gye wayogeddeko n'ekibiina kiri ekirala.
Abali mu vulnerable group bali 28.
Abali mu vulnerable group bali 28.
Abali mu category endala bali 16.
Then bali abalala bali 16.
so these children who passed on, which category do they belong to?
Bano abaana abaafa bo bagwa mu category.
Ababiri bali babiri. Ababiri bali mu group ya y'abaana ab'obuyambi ababiri bali mu gurupu eryesasula ssente.
Two of the children, they were from those parents who used to pay for them, then other two, they were coming from the other group of the vulnerable.
So will it be right to say both groups, it's you was attending to them that time alone?
Yandibadde mutuufu ogamba nti group zonna wamugwe yali azirabirira ekiseera ekyo.
During break time,
Will I be right?
Yandibadde
Is
mutuufu.
it right or no?
Kituufu oba nedda?
it is right at that particular moment.
Okay.
Tekituufu mu kaseera ako.
My Lord, I'm through the cross-examination.
Thank you very much.
Amaze n'ebibuuzo
Mr. Mwagala, any re-exam?
My Lord, just one.
mwa gavumenti agambye alinayo ekibuuzo kimu kyagenda okubuuza.
Please, I want you to clarify.
Ayagala otangaazeemu.
When they asked you about the people who were caretaking the children at the school,
Bakubuuza ku bantu abo abaali balabirira abaana abo balikola ku ssomero eryo.
you listed people in the category of caretakers.
Why-
Other than caretakers, were there other staff for the daycare?
Wayogedde ku abo abaali balabirira obulabirizi abaana naye waliwo ne basitaafu abalala abaali baliwo abaali bakola emirimu egyali emirala.
Yes, waliwo coordinator ne cook.
Yes, there was a coordinator and a cook.
That's all, my Lord. We pray to call the next witness.
Ng'era bye ebibuuzo
First, wait, I have some questions for her.
Okay, my Lord.
n'omulamuzi alina ebibuuzo byagenda okuba nga akubuuza.
Miss Phoebe, a few questions from me.
Naye ebibuuzo ebitonotono byagenda okubuuza.
I want you to clarify something for me, for the court.
Ng'era ayagala otangaazeemu mu kkooti eyo.
You talked about the gate, the way where you met or where you talked with that gentleman on the first day. I just want to understand the nature.
Okumutegeeza gate eyo yali oba efaanana etya ku gate eyo wayogerera n'omwami oyo.
Is it a closed gate? Is it a gate that has bars?
Ye gate erina emitayimba oba gate ebeera nga nzikali nga oba talabiri muntu.
It is open with bars.
Gate eyo ebeera opening n'emitayimba egyo.
It has bars. It is this kind of gate which has bars that you can see through.
Gate ebeera erina emitayimba ng'oba osobola okuba ng'olaba okuyitamu ng'olaba.
So during the day, is it locked?
Yes, it's locked.
Nti emisana gate era ebeera nzigale.
Is it manned by anyone?
Waliwo omuntu agibeerako oba agikuuma?
Is it manned by
Waliwo omuntu
anyone?
abeera akola ku gate eyo?
No, we just keep it closed in case someone wants help. We go and open for him.
Bakikuuma ng'ebeera nzigale omuntu era waba nga alina ayagala obuyambi bwo bagenda ne bamuggulira.
Okay, the first time when you say you met him or he came at the gate, were you able to see the modes of transport that brought him?
Omulundi ogwasooka okubeera walaba omwami oyo yajjira ku gate wasobola okulaba entambula gye
He approached the gate by foot and he left by foot.
Tiyajja ku gate eyo nga yatambulawo butambuzi era yavaawo ng'era atambulawo butambuzi.
And you also said that the act of cutting the children took a very short time. Are you able to estimate the time in terms of minutes?
Era wagamba nti ekyo kyeyakola oyo yali ng'atema abaana abo kyatwala ebbanga ettono ennyo. Osobola okutegeera oba okuteebereza kyatwala bbanga lyenkanawa?
According to the time we spent there, I can estimate less than 7 minutes.
Sinzira ku kiseera ekitwalibwa awo zaalinga eddakiika okukawana 7.
About the security guard, where is he guard? You talked about him coming. Where is he during the day?
Ate ono security guard gwe yayogeddeko emisana abeera wa?
They station at the main gate of the church, but they keep on patrolling the whole premises.
Babeera ku gate yennyini eya church naye era babeera era batambulatambula mu kko nga bakuuma nga balawuna ekifo.
Okay, Mr. Mwaganya, any questions that arise from my...
Your uncle wants you to get a loan. He says you should buy a beamer to stop embarrassing him in front of his friends with.
How about you, Mr. Kumbuga?
No question, my lord.
Miss Phoebe, once again, I thank you so much for coming to testify and for being brave and strong. You can step down.
Mukyala Phoebe mulamuzi akwebaza okuba ng'ozze mu kkooti eno okuba obujulizi.
Let's have the next witness.
Katufune omujulizi omulala.
Lord, as she comes, I had forgotten to brief court that we have planned for 8 witnesses today.
This one, in addition to Phoebe, or
no, with Phoebe inclusive.
Phoebe inclusive. So we have 7.
Yes, my lord.
Okay, let's see how fast we can
Lero
move.
abajulizi 8 ng'ogasseko n'oyo omukyala Phoebe amaze okuwa obujulizi mu kkooti eno.
Please tell court. Sorry.
This is Fidel 7.
Yes, my lord.
Good morning, madam.
Good morning, madam.
May I please know your name?
I'm Annette Agoy Odo.
Annette?
Annette Agoy Odo.
You're going to spell for me the 2 names, the last 2 names.
Annette, A-G-O-E,
A-G-O-E,
then O-D, D-O-N-G.
A-D-O-N-G.
Yes.
Odong.
Yes, madam.
How old are you?
I'm 57 years old.
And what is your religion?
Born again.
Okay, you're going to hold the Bible and swear that you're going to tell us the truth. And if you feel you want to sit along the way, you will tell me so you can sit.
I swear by the Almighty God.
I swear by the Almighty God
That the evidence I shall give.
that the evidence I shall give
Touching the matter before court.
touching the matter before court
Shall be the truth.
shall be the truth,
Nothing but the truth.
nothing but the truth.
Okay, so Annette, you say you are 57 years.
Yes. Yes, sir.
What do you do for a living?
I work for Early Childhood Development Center as the coordinator.
Agambe nti akolanga coordinator mu Early Childhood Center ng'era alina emyaka 57.
For how long have you worked as such?
Omazeeyo ebbanga ly'engana wange okolereeyo.
I've worked for 15 years.
Yakakolerayo emyaka 15.
And what do you do as coordinator?
Okola mirimu ki egyo nga coordinator?
At the facility, one we
Mr. Morgan, I'm hoping the other witnesses are not here.
No, my lord.
Okay.
They are far apart.
At the facility, we have two programs. One is for the vulnerable children. So for the vulnerable children,
You are going to go slow to allow court to write.
Ku facility balinawo program ziri bbiri ng'emu esooka ey'abavunaanyizibwa.
then the second one is for the children from those ones who pay money, that is the daycare.
Then ey'okubiri abo abaddekeyo baba babasasula ssente.
Yes.
So at the for the vulnerable, I meet the mothers. We register the children door to door from the community.
Nti era abo bavanerable baba batasasula ssente, ayogera ne maama w'abaana abo, bamaama w'abaana abo, era ne babawandiisa.
We bring them to the center.
Ne babaleeta ku center.
Teach the parents parenting.
Ne basomesaamu abazadde b'abaana abo.
Teach them nutrition.
Engeri y'okuzaamu abaana n'okubaliisa.
Because most of them we find when they are malnourished.
Oba abamu tusanga nga babeera tebalya bulungi.
So we also teach the parents hygiene.
Era tusomesa n'abazadde abo ebyobuyonjo.
We also have devotions with the parents.
Era tubeera tusaba n'abazadde abo.
And the children also.
N'abaana awamu.
Then for the daycare side,
then bano abaddekeya oba baba basasula ssente.
we register the children.
Abaana abo tubawandiisa.
Get all the details of the parents.
Ne tufuna ebyo ebikwata ku bazadde b'abaana abo.
And have an interview about the age of the children.
Era ne tuba interviewinga ku myaka gy'abaana abo.
Yes. So, how many children in total do you take care of?
Bali baana bameka awamu abo b'olabirira ku facility eyo?
The facility altogether, we have the vulnerable children are 48.
Abo bali vulnerable baba batasasula ssente bali awamu abaana 48.
And the daycare as 18.
Then abo abaddekeyo baba basasula ssente bali 18.
Do you know the accused?
Omwami omumanyi oyo gwe bafunaana omusango nti ye?
How do you know him?
Ojja okumumanya?
On 2nd of April 2026.
ennaku z'omwezi 2 ogwokuna guno omwaka
at around 11
ssaawa nga 5 ez'oku
a.m.
ssaawa 5 ez'okumakya.
One of the caregivers
omu ku baali balabira abaana abo
Do you know the name?
Phoebe.
The other name?
omanye erinnya lye
Namtebi Phoebe
ng'ayitibwa Namutebi Phoebe.
Yes.
brought him to the office
n'amuleeta mu ofiisi
and she told me that this
Accused to office. Phoebe, Annette, you will go through to allow court to.
Annette ejja kuba ogendamu mpola osobola kulika kooti.
So Phoebe brought him to your office? Yes.
yes at around 11 a.m.
Yes, yes.
and she introduced him to me
Era n'amunyanjulira
and she told me
era n'aŋŋamba
that he had come a day before
nti yali yajja olunaku lumu emabega
and said he had a child he wanted to enroll in the daycare.
era n'agamba yalina omwana gwe yali ayagala okuba ng'awansa
Okay.
ku ssomero eryo.
Okay.
They
They
found
found him in the
in-
office.
yes.
Okay. What followed?
I interviewed him.
Era omwami oyo n'amubuuza ebibuuzo.
I asked him how the age of the child
Ne mubuuza emyaka gy'omwana
and the sex,
ne oba yali mwala oba mulezi.
and he told me it was a girl
N'aŋŋamba nti yali muwala
and was about to make 3 years.
ng'era yali agenda kuba ng'aweza emyaka 3.
Then I told him no,
About
but
to make.
3 years.
Yes.
So I told him that that age is for baby class.
Era ne mugamba emyaka egyo gy'abaana ba baby class.
So he told me, no, I had taken her to a nursery school, but a nursery school has advised me to start with her with daycare.
Era yangamba nti namutwala ku nursery school naye nursery school neŋŋamba nti nsooke musokezeeko mu daycare.
Okay.
And he gave me the reason.
Era n'ampa ensonga.
He told me the girl was not social because she stays with the mom alone.
Nti era omwana oyo yali tayogera nnyo n'abantu oba balala era ng'abeera ne maama we.
Yes.
And cannot speak well.
Era atayogera bulungi.
Yes.
And he went ahead and told me that, but we can give a trial for this term. If she copies very well, then we can introduce her to nursery school.
N'agamba era basobola okuba nga bagezaako taamu eno kasita ateeramuko basobola okuba nga bamutwala then awo mu nursery.
What followed?
Ki ekyaddirira?
I understood I accepted his request.
Era ne nzikiriza okusaba kwe.
And I told him what it takes to enroll a child in the daycare.
Era ne munnyonnyola ekyo ekyali beetaagisa okubeera ng'owandiisa omwana mu daycare.
So I told him
You wait. What did you tell him?
Kikyo wamugamba?
I told him registration is 10,000.
Ne mugamba okuwandiisa omwana gubeera omutwalo gumu.
Daycare fees is 120.
then ezadde care gibeera emitwalo 12.
Then himself asked me, but I see children in uniform. Do you have uniform?
Then ye n'abuuza nti alaba abaana abayambadde uniform, n'amubuuza nti olina uniform?
I told him yes.
Ne muddamu nti ye.
Okay.
And he asked me how much uniform was.
Era n'ambuuza nti uniform yali ya ssente mmeka?
Yes.
So I told him uniform is 60,000.
Ne muddamu ne mugamba nti uniform yali ya mitwalo 6.
So
Yes.
so I picked the calculator.
Era ne nfuna calculator.
As I was totaling, he already tells me that no, it is 190.
We nali ngattamu, then ye mangu n'angamba nti awamu zaali mitwalo 19.
Yes.
Which I had also confirmed.
Era nange ze namala ne nkakasa.
What did he use to total up the money?
Kiki yakozesa okubanga agatta ssente zaawa?
He did it mentally.
Ye yakikozesa mongo.
What followed?
Ki ekyaddirira?
Then he went ahead and told me that he didn't come with cash.
Nayongera n'angamba nti yali tazze na ssente eza cash oba ez'obuliwo.
So he asked me if he can put it in the mobile money.
N'angamba oba asobola okuba nga aziteeka ku mobile money.
Yes.
So he asked me for my contact. Which I gave him.
Ze namala ne muwa.
What followed?
So I told him that if you are sending the 190,000, you need to include the withdrawal fee.
Ne mugamba oba oweereza ssente 19 ayongerako n'ezo ez'okugyayo ssente ezo.
And he told me it's fine, let me put there 5,000.
N'angamba kale tewali buzibu era kayongereko naye 15,000.
Which he did, and he sent to my phone.
Era kye yakola n'aziweereza ku ssimu yange
195,000.
emitwalo 19,015.
Then after seeing the message,
bwe namala okulaba message,
I instructed Phoebe to write for him a receipt.
Ndagira Phoebe okubeera nga amuwandiikira risiiti.
Yes.
She wrote the receipt and she gave it to him.
Era yawandiika risiiti eyo n'amala n'agimuwa.
In what form are your receipts?
Risiiti zo ziri.
They are duplicate form, the receipts.
Explain, please.
It was handwritten receipt.
The receipt omuntu z'abeera awandiise obuwandiisi.
with their headed receipts.
ng'era kuliko ebigambo
Headed
ebyogera
what?
Gaba Community Church
nga kuliko Gaba Community Church
ECDP.
Gaba Community Church,
Is in bracket ECDP.
ECD.
Are you looking for a dream house? Or do you want to buy, sell, or rent property? Well,
kitegeeza ki ekyo kya ECDP?
Early Childhood Development Program.
Kitegeeza Early Childhood Development Program.
And when you say they are duplicate, what do you mean?
Ogamba nti zaali duplicate, ki ky'obeera otegeeza?
The client takes the original and will remain with the duplicate.
Client yatwala copy y'original, ffe ne tusigazaako eyo eya duplicate.
So before you told this court that the total enrollment in your in daycare,
Yes, sir.
were all these numbers at the school on the day of the second?
Wadde ogamba kooti eno nti abo abaali vulnerable abaali batasasula ssente baali 48, then abaali basasula ssente aba daycare baali 18.
On that day, they were not all there.
Do you have an idea of how many could have been there, or if you don't, it's okay?
I have an idea.
How many were there
Baali bameka?
The
on
vulnerable
the
were,
second?
on second, the vulnerable children were 28.
Abaali vulnerable baba abaali batasasula ssente baali 28,
while the daycare was 16.
then abo abaali aba daycare abo abaali basasula ssente baali 16.
So we are at a point when accused has paid money, Phoebe has written the receipt under your instructions. What followed?
Tuli ku kiseera nga omwami amaze osasula ssente, then Phoebe amaze okumuwandiikira risiiti, ki ekyaddirira?
I actually asked him that now you have registered the child, we shall need your details for our file.
Era namubuuza ne mugamba kati tumaze okuba nga turegistaringa omwana oyo, era kati naye tujja kusaba ebirala bikwatago.
Yes.
He told me that he was just a sponsor of that child.
Era yanziramu n'agamba ye yali sponsor ab'omuntu abayambako ku mwana oyo.
But the mother,
naye maama w'omwana oyo
will come with his details and her details.
ajja kujja n'ebyo ebimukwatako omwami oyo n'ebyo.
Yes.
On Tuesday.
Olunaku olwokubiri.
Yes. What else followed?
Ekyaddirira.
So he got out.
N'amala n'agenda n'afuluma.
Actually told him thank you very much for waiting and the child on Tuesday.
Oluvannyuma n'amala ne mugamba weebale nnyo nga mwebaza era tulinze omwana oyo ku lunaku olwokubiri.
Okay, what fault?
So he got out, and I also went back to start doing what I was doing because they entered the office when I was typing some things on the computer.
Yamala n'afuluma nange nenzayo nenzira ku mirimu gye nali nkola kubanga we yayingira nali nange n'emirimu gye nkola ku computer.
Yes.
Then Phoebe put back the receipt book.
Ka receipt mu drawer.
Yes.
And she was now getting out to go because the suspect had already come out, so she was also coming now to open for him the gate.
Kubanga suspect yali amaze okufuluma era nga yali naye Phoebe afuluma kubanga agenda okubanga amuggulira gate.
So, but he made... Yes?
Genda nkola.
Saying you go slow.
So you got out to open the gate.
Wagambye ati ne Phoebe naye yafuluma kubanga agenda okubanga aggulira omwami oyo gate.
Yes.
So I looked out through the window.
Neningiza mu dinisa.
And I saw the accused bending on the child.
Ndaba accused oba avunaanibwa nga akutamye ku mwana.
So I made a noise, and then people were so saying, "What are you doing on our children?" Because we actually thought.
Let's repeat that. You looked through the window. What did you see?
I looked through the window and I saw him on the child. He was bending. So for me, I thought it was just beating the child. So at the So at the same time, Phoebe had also seen what he was doing.
Yes.
I ran out of the office. So as I was running to him,
You ran out of office?
I ran out of office.
Yes.
Shouting and heading towards him.
Yes.
So he stood up and left the child who was lying down. And was lifting the knife towards me. With open eyes. So now what?
Now, Phoebe, I will keep prompting you. I mean, Annette.
Okay.
I'll keep prompting you. So just be patient with our speed. So you say he lifted the knife.
I ran away.
He lifted the knife
towards me.
Yes.
Then I ran away. The guards are. Picked a bicycle to hit him.
Era n'adduka gy'ali.
To Phoebe.
Ewa Phoebe.
That's when Phoebe fell down.
Era mu kiseera ekyawo Phoebe we yagwira wansi.
Kept on making noise.
Era nasigala.
Okay. Proceed.
Eyongereyo.
Then Phoebe still picked another bicycle.
Era Phoebe n'akwata akagaali akaali akalala.
At him.
N'akamukuba.
That's when now he jumped.
As the Phoebe was struggling, what were you?
Kenya.
Yasooka okuyingira yali Cyrus Bukenya.
Moses Opio, who is the guard.
Oliko Moses Opio yali akuuma.
And Bashir Matovu.
Ne Bashir Matovu.
What happened as the rescuers, when the rescuers came?
Kyatuukawo abo abaali bazze okutaasa nga bazze.
They got hold of him.
Baasooka okubeera nga bamukwata.
Did you observe any other thing?
Olina ekirala kyonna kyewalaba mu kiseera ekyo nga bamukutte?
I did not observe anything because I was now running, calling for help to come and
arresting him.
Mu kiseera ekyo nga bamukutte?
I did not observe anything because I was now running, calling for help to come and take the children to the hospital.
Sina kirala kye nalaba kubanga nali nziruse nga ngezaako okufuna obuyambi okubanga abaana abo batwalibwa mu ddwaliro.
Did you get the help?
Yes.
Wafuna obuyambi obwo?
Yes, sir.
Nti
The court, how?
Kooti ginnyonnyole wabufuna otya?
The nearest person there with the car was Auntie Harriet.
Omuntu yali okumpi awo yalinawo emmotoka yali Auntie Harriet.
So she came and parked at the gate.
Era yajja n'apaakinga awo ku gate.
The car was Auntie. What happened when Harriet came with her car?
Kyekyatukanga Harriet azene emmotoka ye.
People hurried to carry the 3 children.
Antu
They were alive.
Antu bayanga okusitula abaana basatu abali nga bakyali balamu.
We thought they were alive.
Baali bateebereza nti abaana abo baleka baali bakyali balamu.
Yes.
So one was not taken to the hospital because that one was, it all showed sign that she had died.
Omu ye teyatwalibwa kuba ye already yali alabikirawo nti ye alabika yali amaze okuba nga afudde.
Who was that was left?
Yali anyo yalekebwa?
Ryan Odeke.
Yali Ryan Odeke.
Which hospital did the Harriet take them?
Yali ddwaliro ki Harriet gye yatwala abaana?
Wales Medical Center.
What followed?
Kyekyadirira?
The police arrived.
Police nemala netuuka.
Other than police and
Silas and the guard Moses and Matovu brought him to the Askari's offices and locked him there before the police arrived.
Silas ne wagaadi bamukwata ne babaako bamusibira nga police tennaba kubaako ng'etuuka.
So other than those the 3, Cyrus, Moses, and Matovu, and the police, did any other person come or respond?
The people from the community had already also arrived.
Abantu abakyalo baali nabo already baali bamaze okuba nga batuuse.
What happened when police came?
Kyekyatukaawo nga police ezze.
The police tried to control the people.
Abapoliisi bagezaako okubeera nga bakakkanya abantu.
Yes.
And later on, they picked the body which was also lying there.
Era oluvannyuma bajjawo n'omulambo ogwali gwe basaawo.
And picked the other ones also at once.
Era ne bafuna ne bali abalala era.
Yes.
Did you go with them to pick the bodies at the hospital?
Wagenda nabo okufuna emiryango egy'abaana abo ku ddwaliro?
No, one of us went with them.
Nedda naye omu ku ffe yagenda nabo.
So, okay. And what followed?
To
your knowledge?
By knowledge, the bodies were taken to Mulago for post-mortem.
Emirimu gy'abaana abo gyatwalibwa e Mulago kubeera nga gyekebejjebwa abasawo.
What followed?
Ekyaddirira?
Late in the day now, the police took statements from us.
Oluvannyuma poliisi baatuggyako statement.
So other than police taking a statement from you on that day, what else?
Police
Did the police require any other thing from you?
Waliwo ekirala poliisi kye yakusaba?
First of all, the police came and closed the place.
Poliisi yajja n'eggala ekifo ekyo.
Other than that?
Ate ekirala?
They checked my phone to confirm whether I received the message from the suspect.
Ne bakebera essimu yange okukakasa nti oba nali nfunye ssente ezo okuva ku suspect.
What did they find?
Kiki
The
basanga?
message was there.
Era message yaliko eri.
What else?
Ate ekirala?
The next day is when I was called to go and print my mobile money statement from mobile money.
Olunaku olwaddirira we nayitibwa kubanga ngenda okuprintinga mobile money statement yange.
Which I did.
Era kye nakola.
Where did you print your mobile money statement from?
Wagiprintingirawo eyo statement eya mobile money?
It was from Nkrumah Road.
Wagiprintinga ku Nkrumah Road?
Nkrumah Road, which place?
Nkrumah Road esangibwa?
In town. MTN offices.
In town ku offices za MTN.
Which number of yours was the money sent?
Yali namba ki eyo ku ssente ezo kwe baziteeka?
0772.
Yali 0772
96.
Sorry, just a minute. My Lord, can we request that she just records her number for the court record as opposed to reading it to the public?
Okay.
Asabye kooti abeere nga namba yagiwandiika buwandiisi okusinga okubeera ng'agisoma mu
I was about to propose that as well.
So I'm going to request that you write for court the number, your number on which you sent, on which the suspect, the accused person sent.
Era bakusabye wandiika ennamba eyo kwe bateeka essente ezo suspect.
Begin by showing it to the prosecution, to them, and then to the assessors, and lastly to the court. Okay, we can proceed.
Other than police asking you to print the said, procure your said mobile money statement, what else?
Ogyeko ekyo poliisi okugamba printing out statement ya mobile money ate ekirala?
I printed the statement and gave to police.
Okay.
Na printing a statement eyo n'ejowa abapoliisi.
What else?
Ate ekirala?
The next thing I was summoned to this court.
Olala bampita okujja mu kkooti eno.
You talked about the receipt that you issued. Did the police require any information about that item?
Wayogedde ku risiiti gye mwawaayo, poliisi yabaako kyekubuza ku risiiti eyo?
Yes, they asked me for the booklet.
Tiye bansaba akatabaako. Kyekyaddira.
The police went with it.
So if I showed you the receipt book and mobile money print that you handed to the police, are you in position to recognize?
Tuwakuwa katabaka aka receipt neyo ya print gyewafuluma eyaba MTN osobola okubeera nga obitegeera.
Yes, sir.
How?
Otya
Beginning with the mobile money.
ng'otandise ne statement ya mobile money.
The date,
Nti nga kuliko ennaku z'omwezi.
the amount,
N'omuwendo gwa ssente
and the name of the sender.
n'erinnya ly'omuntu oyo yaweereza ssente ezo.
And the receipt.
Ate ku risiiti,
The receipt, the name of the child,
ku risiiti kubeerako erinnya ly'omwana
and the amount.
n'omuwendo gwa ssente.
I want you to look at the two items. Please begin with the book.
Ayagala otunulira ebiwandiiko bibiri, tandika n'akatabo.
Tell court if you recognize it.
Bulira kooti oba okategedde.
Do you recognize the book?
Yes.
What is it?
Kiye akatabo akutegedde. Nti ke katabo ka risiiti.
Does it bear the duplicate copy of the receipt that you issued to the accused?
Kalimu ezo kopi eza duplicate ezo
That was issued to the accused.
ze mwawa accused oba omusibe.
Yes, sir.
Nti ye
What is reflected in the duplicate?
ki ekiri mu duplicate eyo.
The date is 2nd April 2026.
Mulimu ennaku z'omwezi nga 2 ogwokuna guno omwaka.
The name of the person, the child they paid for.
Okay, Miss Annette, go slow, please. It has the date.
Kuliko ennaku z'omwezi.
And the date is?
2nd April 2026.
Use the microphone.
Ogwokubiri, ennaku z'omwezi nga 2 ogwokuna guno omwaka ogwa 2026.
And the child's name?
Ate erinnya ly'omwana.
Child's name is Surel Onyum.
Spell it.
Z-U-R-I-E-L, Surel.
Erinnya ly'omwana ye Zuriel
And the
Onyum.
second?
Then Onyum is O-N-Y-U-M.
What else does it contain?
Ate ki ekirala ekiri mu risiiti eyo.
The amount of money paid,
Kuliko n'omuwendo gwa ssente ezaasasulwa.
How much it was paid?
190,000 shillings only.
Nga kwaliko emitwalo 19 gyokka.
What else?
Ate ekirala.
Being payment of
What was the reason?
Yali nsonga ki eyo eya ssente ezo ezaasasulwa
daycare fees
nga zaali za daycare
plus uniform
nga kwaliko n'eza yunifoomu
plus registration.
n'ez'okuwandiisa omwana we.
Total amount 190,000 shillings.
Nga ssente awamu zaali emitwalo 19.
Balance was nil
Ng'era tewaliwo balansi yenna.
and signature was for Phoebe.
Ng'era kwaliko yateekako omukono yali Phoebe.
My Lord, I pray that court looks at the school record and compares it with the PID number 1 for PID number 1 to be admitted as an exhibit.
Asabye kooti etunule ekiwandiiko ekyo.
What the last page? You closed it.
Let me have a response from the defense. He's asking me to look at this book, compare it with PEID 1, and thereafter admit PEID 1 as an exhibit. What is your response? You have looked at the book.
My Lord, it would have been PW6 Phoebe to have identified that because she's the author and it has her signature.
Nti yandibadde Phoebe okuba nga wali ekiwandiiko ekyo we yali omujulizi ow'omukaaga kuba ye muntu eyawandiika lisiiti era yateekako n'omukono gwe.
My Lord, from the testimony, the receipt, the witness understands is the custodian of the receipt book.
Nti omukyalo yayimiridde awo ye muntu oyo aba akuuma ekitabo ekyo ekya risiiti.
And from her testimony, after Phoebe authoring, she returned the receipt book into her custody.
Okay,
Phoebe identified the copy.
Phoebe yategeerako copy.
Which in this case, my Lord, is in tandem with the record in the receipt book.
Era mu kiseera kino yeyo kopi eri mu katabo ako aka risiiti.
My Lord, ordinarily, we would be praying to tender the actual book. But we think that since it is still a book in the actual use of the school, it is sufficient for court to inspect it and compare with the copy, and we tender.
Twandibadde tuwayo akatabo ako mu kkooti naye olw'ensonga nti essomero likyakozesa akatabo ako, kkooti yandibadde etunulako bulizi neeraba ne comparinga ne kopi eyali eya risiiti.
So my lord, if court is of the opinion that the comparison will not meet the ends of justice, then the receipt book could be tendered in its form as an exhibit.
Nti ekiba kyetaagisa kkooti akatabo kasobola okubeera nga kaweebwayo nga ekizibiti ekyoludde olwayo.
And the exhibit management rules would require the person in custody to be the one to tender, and my lord, the witness on the stand has already demonstrated so.
Okay, this is the ruling of the court. I have looked at the receipt book, which contains a duplicate copy of receipt number 2958, whose photocopy was admitted for identification while PW6 Phoebe was testifying. After comparing the two, I find that they are the same. I have also considered the objection raised by the defense counsel to the effect that the witness, PW7, is not competent to tender in this evidence because she's not the author. According to the defense counsel, PW6 Phoebe, who issued the receipt, should have been the one to tender in the document. However, I note that while PW6 Phoebe was testifying, she clearly informed the court that the receipt book was being kept by Miss Annette Odom, that is PW7, in her office, and after 26 to the accused, she put back the receipt book in the drawer in Miss Annette Odom's office. I also note that PW6, Miss Phoebe, clearly identified the photocopy of the receipt she issued to the accused, and it was at that point admitted as PEID1. And since the time she issued the receipt book has been in the custody of PW7. It is my considered view that PW7, as the custodian of the receipt book, is the right person to tender it in as an exhibit pursuant to Rule 25(2)(b) of the Constitution Management of Exhibits Practice Directions 2022. However, we retain the whole receipt book. The receipt book is therefore retained, and receipt number 2958, which was issued on the 2nd of April 2026 to Zuriel Onyum for Uganda shillings 190,000, is accordingly admitted, and it is marked PEX5.
Omusalayo omulamuzi agambye nti akatabo ako ennamba yaako eya 2958 agambye nti akatunuddemu era n'akageraageranya ne receipt book ne ka receipt akaweebwayo wano mu oyo yali omujulizi ow'omukaaga era yalikako omukono ogwo yayongera n'agamba nti oludda yadda looya b'omusibe badde baganya akatabo kaweebwayo mu kkooti ye ajja kuba nga akakkiriza olw'ensonga nti omukyalo ono ali mu kkooti omujulizi w'omusanvu Anet ye muntu oyo atereka akatabo ako era yabeera nako nga yadde Anet yali yawandiika risiiti ng'ennaku z'omwezi 2 ogwokuna omwaka guno eno era we yamala okuwandiika risiiti n'agiwa omwami oyo akatabo n'akazzaayo mu woofiisi ewa mukyala Anet era kkooti eno yatunuulira risiiti book eyaleetebwa omujulizi ow'omukaaga era kkooti eno neebeera nga risiiti eyo egisigaza mu kkooti eno ng'egirabako ng'eyali ey'oludda oluwaabi ng'era omujulizi ow'omusanvu ye muntu omukyalo ono ali wano mu kkooti ye muntu omutuufu okubeera ng'awayo akatabo ako era kkooti n'esalawo nti ejja kuba akatabo ako ekasigaza akaalimu risiiti yaweebwa omwana yali Zuril Onyum era kajja kubeera nga ekizibiti eky'oludda oluwaabi ak'okutaano.
How about the next document?
Ate ekiwandiiko ekirala.
You recognize it?
Nakyo okitegeera?
Yes, I do.
Nti ye?
What is it?
Ng'era kyekyo?
This is MTN mobile money statement.
Ng'eno MTN eya statement ya MTN. Eya mobile money.
Does it reflect the transaction that you told court?
Eragako esente ezo ziwagambye kkooti eno?
Yes, sir.
Nti ye?
Does it reflect your telephone number that you told court?
Era eragako ennamba y'essimu eno gye wawandikidde kkooti eno?
Yes, sir.
Nti ye?
Does it reflect the amount?
Era eraga n'omuwendo gwa ssente?
Yes, sir.
How much is reflected?
Nti ye?
195,000.
I pray that the land chief state attorney avoids leading question. Does it reflect this? She's saying yes. It's not proper, my lord.
Okay. Upheld.
Does it reflect the amount?
Now let's you ask in a.
My lord, we are dealing with a document with due respect. The witness has already told the court all these things.
And we can hear from her how much money does it reflect?
I can always do most obliged, my lord. How much does it reflect?
Eragako ssente mmeka?
It reflects 195,000.
Eragako omuwendo gwa ssente emitwalo 19,150.
Does it reflect the number that sent? You know, we come to the same. There's just no way of doing it.
We are trying to avoid also speaking out the numbers here.
Actually, for her number, it was deliberate because I can't ask her to read out the number. We already have, and court can always compare. How about the number that sent on your number the money?
Ate namba eyo yaweereza ssente ezo ku namba yo?
I have it here.
Nti nayo kweri?
My lord, can she read it? Does the defense think that they still need it as a private?
She read it out or
agisome mu lujjudde oba nedda?
The number, the sending number.
Enamba eyo yaweereza ssente.
Let it be private as it was from the beginning.
Okay.
In what column is the number that sent reflected?
Enamba eri mu kolomu ki?
It shows from.
Can you just write it still on the paper for court?
Enamba eyo osobola okuddamu n'ogiwandiika era ku lupapula kooti egirabe.
I have the statement first?
Yes, Mr. Morgan, you can proceed.
On what day
Lwali
is reflected on the statement
eri ku statement eyo
of sending the money?
ku lunaku lwe baweereza ssente ezo.
It was on 2nd February 2026.
2nd
April 2026.
Zaali ennaku z'omwezi nga 2 omwezi ogwokuna guno omwaka gwa 2026.
11 minutes past 11 and 5 seconds.
Kwali kuyiseeko eddakiika 11 ku ssaawa 5 ez'okumakya ne seconds era 5.
My Lord, I applied the statement as an exhibit.
Yes, Mr. Kumbuga or Ms. Sarah, who is responding to that?
My Lord, we have an objection to that exhibit.
Oludda olwabyo lusabye ekiwandiiko ekiweeyo ng'ekizibiti kyabwe era ababya b'omusi ne bakiwakanya.
The document was prepared and authored by MTN.
Ekiwandiiko ekyo
Nkurumah.
kyakolebwa aba MTN ku Nkurumah.
Therefore, if it's tendered in as an exhibit, it offends the rules of tendering in exhibits. Let the author come to court and tender it in, not her. I press so.
Amateeka ag'okuwaayo ebiziti mu kkooti nti era omuntu oyo yennyini aba yakikolayo emitimbwe baba balina okujja mu kkooti ne baba nga bakiwaayo.
Yes, Mr. Morgan, any rejoinder?
My Lord, does our land colleague want to specify which rules so that we respond from an informed point of view when he says this procedure breaches rules? Which rules, my Lord?
Yes, Mr. Kumbuga, it offends which law?
My Lord, right now I do not have the law, but the law of tendering in exhibits, especially documents written,
Etteeka ery'okuwaayo ekizibiti ddala ebyo ebizibiti ebibeera biwandiikiddwa.
it must be the author,
Alina kubeera oyo ye yennyini
and that law has not been amended to the best of my knowledge.
ekiwandiiko ekyo era etteeka eryo terinaba kuba nga likyusibwamu.
She can only identify that document since she participated in it.
Asobola just kuba nga alabakunda oba kukitegeera ku bw'olw'ensonga ye kennyini yeetabamu okuba nga akusinga document eyo.
My Lord, the witness has clearly testified as to her telephone number.
Omujulizi ate obujulizi ng'akakasira enamba ey'essimu.
And the fact that she personally went
ng'era ye kennyini yali yagenda
to the telephone provider and secured her personal mobile money printout.
kwabo bennyini abaali b'omukutu ogwo ogwa MTN asoba ye kennyini afuna print out okuva mu abo aba MTN.
My Lord, she also had earlier described in details the transaction on her phone
nti era yannyonnyola
on the day issue.
mu kusooka essente ezo ezaali zateekebwa ku ssimu eyo.
My Lord, under Rule 25, 2F of the exhibit management of the Constitution, Management of Exhibit Practice Direction 2022. A person who has sufficient knowledge of the exhibit is competent to tender it.
Omuntu aba alina obutegeevu ku kiwandiiko ekyo asobola naye okubeera ng'akiwaayo.
In this case, my Lord, the witness has sufficiently not just described the transaction, but also the process through which she personally secured it.
Ng'era omujulizi oyo atunnyonnyodde emitendera gyonna gye yayitamu okuba nga afuna statement eyo.
My Lord, we believe she is competent in that regard.
Era nga tukkiriza nti naye abeera asobola okubeera ng'awaayo ekiwandiiko ekyo mu kkooti.
Okay, this is the ruling of the court in respect of this exhibit. I have listened to the objection that has been raised by the defense, and which is to the effect that the witness PW7 is not the author of that document that the prosecution seeks to tender in through her, and she's therefore not the competent person to have it tendered as an exhibit. I've also considered the argument by the prosecution that the witness has testified to the processes through which the same was produced. However, I find that whereas the witness has clearly described the document by her mobile phone number and the number of the sender and the transactions of the day, it is also my finding that no evidence has been laid regarding the steps taken to having the statement printed. Whereas she testified that she was called by police to go and print the document, it did not come out clearly whether the request was oral in writing, and it also did not come clearly in her evidence as to where she put the document after having it printed. Did she keep it? Did she hand it back to police? That evidence was not adduced. I have taken note of Rule 25 2F of the Constitution Management of Exhibits Practice Directions 2022, which provides that any person with sufficient knowledge may tender in an exhibit, and whereas I agree that the witness has sufficient knowledge pertaining this document, I don't find it proper that she should be the one to tender it in light of the fact that the chain of its movement has not been laid out before the court. It should either be tendered in by the author or the person at whose instance it was printed. I therefore decline to admit it as an exhibit, but I find that the witness has sufficiently described it, and I will admit it for identification, and it is accordingly marked PEID 2.
Eno ensala ya kooti ng'omulamuzi agambye nti yawulidde okuwakanya okuva mu baloya b'omusibe n'agamba nti omujulizi ono ow'omusango nga si ye yawandiika oba si yakola ekiwandiiko ekyo nga yadde yannyonnyodde kooti emitendera gye yayitamu okuba nga afuna ekiwandiiko ekyo okuba nga bamuwa statement okuva mu MTN, naye oludda olwabwe lwagambye nti nga lunnyonnyola emitendera egyo gye yayitamu okuba nga afuna ekiwandiiko ekyo, naye kooti yo n'ezuba n'egamba nti byezudde nti tewali kirambulukufu kyali kiraga nti omukyalo oyo yamala ofuna ekiwandiiko ekyo ye kennyini yali yakisigaza n'akitereka oba yakiwaayo mu bapoliisi, nga yadde kooti ekkiriza nti omukyalo yabadde amanyi ebiva mu kiwandiiko ekyo kubanga olw'ensonga nti yali yayita mitendera egyo okufuna statement eyo, naye kooti yo temanyi mitendera ki gye yayitamu okubanga ekiwandiiko ekyo gye kyakuumibwa. Era kooti nekomekereza ng'egamba nti ekiwandiiko ekyo kiganiddwa okubeera nga kiweebwayo oludda oluwaabi ng'ekizibiti kyabwe, naye wabuli ejja kuba ekisala nga ekiwandiiko ekyo kye banaalabako obulabe, era kijja kubeera ejja kimala kirina nnamba ey'okubiri.
Yes, Mr. Morgan, are you done with her? So we can take a break.
I'm almost done. I'm just concerned with the camera interruption. They have the right to get copies.
Please, let's not interrupt the processes as we take pictures or as we record the proceedings. Let's ensure that we do not interrupt.
Madam Odom, let's wind up. Just for you to clarify in your evidence, you said the money that you issued in the receipt was 190, and the MTN statement has 195.
I think that explanation she gave already.
My Lord, if court.
Yeah, she gave. The 5,000 was for withdrawal charges.
My Lord, that is all we have from her.
Okay, may I propose that we take a health break of about 10 minutes before we bring her for cross-examination? So we return at 10 minutes after midday.
due to malaria. Malaria is still stealing our children, stealing their dreams, stealing the future of our nation. Slowly, silently, a generation is being